That night, I used the school library computer to research the spy app on my phone, learning that it had device administrator privileges that prevented me from uninstalling it. The search results showed me exactly how invasive the app was, tracking not just my texts and location, but also my keystrokes, my photos, even when I turned my screen on and off. I read through forum posts from other people trying to remove similar apps, and every single one said the same thing: you can't delete it without factory resetting the phone, and even then the person monitoring you would know immediately. I took screenshots of the permissions page showing all the access the app had, then emailed them to myself using a new account I created with a password Mom would never guess. The library was almost empty and the librarian wasn't paying attention, so I spent 20 minutes documenting everything I found about the app and how it worked. I learned that it uploaded data every 15 minutes to a cloud server, which meant Mom was probably reviewing everything I did in batches, rather than watching live constantly. That small detail felt important, like maybe there were gaps I could use if I timed things right. Sleep became almost impossible because Mom had started sleeping in the hallway right outside my doorless room, and I could hear her breathing and shifting position all night. Every time I started to drift off, her weight would creak on the floorboards, or she would cough and I would snap awake again, my heart pounding. I learned to lie perfectly still and breathe evenly, even when I was wide awake, performing sleep like it was a survival skill that would keep her from coming in to check on me. My eyes stayed open in the dark, staring at the ceiling while I counted my breaths, making them slow and steady so she would think I was actually asleep. Sometimes she would whisper things I couldn't quite hear, or I would see her shadow move across the wall as she repositioned herself. The cameras above my bed recorded everything with their blinking red lights, and I wondered if she was watching the footage live on her phone while sitting right outside my room. By 3 in the morning, my whole body ached from staying so still, but I didn't dare move because any sound might bring her in here with questions about why I was awake. On the third night, she came in with the electric clippers again, saying it was time for my eyebrows, but I managed to talk her down by promising to text even more frequently. She stood at the foot of my bed holding the clippers, and I could hear them buzzing before she even turned them on, the sound making my skin crawl. I sat up and told her I would send her updates every 10 minutes instead of every 15, that I would text her about everything including my thoughts if she wanted. She considered this while the clippers hummed in her hand, her eyes looking past me at something I couldn't see. Then she agreed to wait, but kept the clippers on my nightstand as a reminder, setting them down carefully like they were precious. I spent the rest of the night staring at them, watching the silver blades catch the red glow from the camera lights, knowing that next time I might not be able to talk her out of it. My eyebrows felt like they were burning even though she hadn't touched them, and I kept reaching up to make sure they were still there. I discovered my phone's Shortcuts app could send automated texts at scheduled intervals, so I programmed it to send her updates every 15 minutes during my morning classes. The app let me create custom messages that would trigger automatically based on time, which meant I could set up a whole morning's worth of texts before school even started. I typed out boring updates about being in class, taking notes, listening to the teacher, walking to my locker, and scheduled them to send throughout the day. This bought me small windows of time